Hello everybody, happy, what is it, Tuesday. I'm so sorry that there was no video yesterday. I just definitely was under the weather and unable to do that. I'm also behind on comments, so do not fret. I will be responding to all of your comments on the last, I think, 3 videos. I'm that far behind. I will get that taken care of today and tomorrow. So today is another full day of what we're eating. And I'm gonna give you guys a peek into my fridge because I thought then you can see where we are right now, what I have. I will say the kids have said we've never had this little produce in our house like ever that they ever remember. So that's definitely different. But one of the reasons that I'm good with that, and I stocked up on the stuff that I did during this first month in January, is because we need to use up some of these canned fruits and vegetables and frozen fruits and vegetables, because that's not what we go for. That's not what we grab. That's not our go-tos. Our go-tos are the fresh, and I have a freezer full, absolutely full of fruits and vegetables. Some from the garden, some that we had bought. So we just need to go through and use those up, and hopefully we'll get a lot of that done this month because we are moving into more of the freezer fruits and vegetables. But let me show you. Here's what we got in, well, first let me show you breakfast. Here's what we have for breakfast today. Okay, so for breakfast today, I'm starting off with a smoothie. I have 1.5 bananas here that I'm gonna put in. I'm just kind of trying to use some stuff up that we need to use up. And then I have a handful of carrots that are looking kind of sad. I have 1 clementine left. So I'm gonna throw that in, or cutie. Sorry, I think I have to get too close. I'm trying to get it where you can see. I have a little bit of frozen mango left in this bag. And another bag with a little bit of blueberries in it. Then I just have 1 of these yogurts left. So I'm gonna go on with that in here. This is the protein powder I'm gonna use today. This one is already open. It's about, I don't know, a little bit more than halfway gone. So I'm gonna add a scoop of that. And then for a little bit of healthy fats, I got this 100% peanut butter that I need to use up that's been open now for a little while in the fridge. So I'm gonna add a scoop of that. And then I'd opened up some coconut milk this morning, a can of coconut milk. I like to add that sometimes to my coffee, especially as we're running low on milk. But I add water to it just to kind of thin it out a little bit. So I'm gonna add some of that. But I still think that's too thick, so I'm also gonna add some water. And then I'm gonna add some water. And that's it for this morning's smoothie. All right. Okay, so that's the smoothies. Nice and thick. And then I need to make another batch, which means I just need to open up some more bags, but I'm just gonna make another batch just like that one. And I will fill the last 2 cups with it. Alright, so I used the last of a lot of stuff, so this one's just gonna have to be a different kind of concoction. So it's got a banana. I have a little bit of this Greek yogurt left, this fat-free Greek yogurt. Let's see if I can show you guys. That is all that's left of that, just a tiny bit left, enough to add to like a smoothie tomorrow or something. Alright, and I opened another little pack of blueberries that I had, so I'll add some blueberries to this one. Then I used the rest of my oranges that I had fresh, but I do have this orange juice concentrate, so I'm going to make a picture of this real quick. Okay, so I'm going to add some orange juice. To help thicken this one up a little bit, I'm going to add a little bit of oats. And a scoop of protein powder. All right. So that's it. And then there's a little bit left for anybody who wants to come down and get seconds. I am gonna just make some sweet tea. So I thought I'd just share with you guys how we like our sweet tea. I'm gonna start just by boiling some water. And once that comes to a boil, I'm gonna add our tea bags. Okay, so now I'm just gonna turn the heat off and I'm gonna add 5 tea bags. I think that's 5. And I'm gonna let this go for about 6 minutes. I also like to add 1 cup of sugar when it's hot like this. And the secret ingredient is a good pinch of baking soda. That helps take all the bitterness out of the tea. I'm just going to stir that all in. And then I'll be back in 6 minutes. Alright, it is 11:26. So I am going to take these tea bags out. I saw that, by the way. Charles came down stealing the last of the cookies. Okay, and then before I pour it into my glass pitcher here, I'm going to go on and add some ice cubes to this just to cool it down some. Then I'm going to pour it in here and I will fill the rest with water, cold water from the fridge. Alright, I'm going to pour a little bit of the ice in my glass pitcher as well. And now I just don't want to pour the boiling hot into a glass pitcher. And I did that almost perfect. I just need a tiny bit of water added. And that's it. If I had lemons, I would add a couple slices of lemon to this. But we don't have any right now. And that's fine. It is delicious just like this. And now I'm going to pop this into my fridge and we will have that later with lunch in about an hour. Okay, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Now I'm going to give you a look into the freezer, or the fridge, and let you see what we have, what I'm working with, what's left with our fresh produce. The only thing I didn't show you, or I'm not showing you in the fridge and in on the table as far as fresh produce, is I do have in my pantry some onions still, and I think there's like 3 sweet potatoes, large ones, so I'll be using those as well. And I think that's everything. I don't think I have anything else. Oh, and I have some acorn squash from our garden downstairs. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it for produce, fresh produce. So, all right, here's what's in my fridge right now. All right, so here is what my fridge is looking like at the moment. Here is the coconut milk that I showed you earlier. Still have a bunch of coffee creamer plus the one I bought her. We got our iced tea and the orange juice that I made today. There is some heavy whipping cream and a half gallon of milk. And then there is some soy milk back there. This wine, we got to give that to somebody. Kate got that for her graduation. And it's some kind of margarita thing. They opened it to have a glass at New Year's. And now it's just in my fridge. I got to figure out what to do with it. Back here, I still have plenty of butter to get me through the rest of the month. I have some feta cheese and Parmesan. I have some pepperoni. I got Luke's Pizza, a little bit of cheese in here. Just kind of a variety of cheeses. I have, Kate has not opened this yet. I'll put that up here. I don't know why she hasn't opened that yet, but I got her that at the grocery. I have some leftovers here. This is the Mississippi chicken that we had, or pork I mean, and some rice from the other day. I'm gonna set that out for lunch. And then let's see, we got some sour cream, a little bit of yogurt. That's almost gone. A tiny bit of this non-fat Greek yogurt that I showed you guys. We got some ricotta cheese, some cottage cheese, and it looks like some jam or jelly here. Then down here, I got a big packet of chicken breasts out the other day to defrost. So I'm gonna cook a couple of those up now. And then the rest I'm gonna make into dinner tonight. I have some of this almond butter that needs used up. I have some more jam. There's still a little bit of hummus back there and just some condiments. Then I have a bunch of eggs, but they're not ours. These are all ready to be sold. We have people picking them up. Fresh veggies, you guys. I'm almost done. So as far as fresh food, we are really at the end of it. I've got this 50-50 spinach spring mix. We're gonna eat that with the salad, with the chicken breasts here for lunch. Those that don't eat the Mississippi pork. I have some coleslaw mix, a little bit of carrots back here, a few grapefruit. And then down here, I still have some apples and one head of cabbage. Luckily, cabbage just lasts forever because it's been in there forever. And then I have tons and tons and tons of condiments. Then in our fruit basket, there's one lonely green apple. So as you can see, this is definitely going to be more of a challenge. We got to figure it all out, and meals will get more creative as the month goes on. And I'm sure the first thing that I will do is spend a lot of money of our grocery budget in February stocking up on fruits and vegetables. But yes, that's where we are right now. And honestly, it is time to start preparing lunch. And so let's go on and get that started, and I'll share with you what we're having for lunch. Okay, so I'm gonna go on and throw a couple chicken breasts in the oven real quick, and that way I have that for lunch today. Okay, so I'm gonna start with, I think I'm just gonna do 2 chicken breasts because I think I wanna make chicken strips tonight with the rest of the chicken. And I'm going to keep this just crazy simple, a little bit of olive oil, and then I'm just going to sprinkle poultry seasoning on. And that's it. I'm going to bake this in the oven. Okay, so while I get you zoomed in there, while the chicken is finishing, I am going to go on and make a couple pecans, candied pecans, to go on top of the salad as well. So I just have these pecans. And to that, I'm going to add just some of this pure maple syrup. And this makes just such a good topping for salad. And I'm going to add some salt as well. So they're salty and sweet and wonderful. And then just turn them, toss them so that they're all coated in it. I'm just letting them get all that syrupy goodness all over them. Okay, so now you see most of the liquid is pretty much soaked up. So now it will go very fast. So I'm not going to leave them on much longer at all. And then I'll pull them off to cool. Alright, that's it. Because now they're smelling very done. So I'm going to set these aside to cool off. And they will be ready to top on our salad by the time the chicken's done and everything's ready for our salad. Alright, the chicken is done, so I'm just going to let this cool off and then I will slice it. Okay, so now you guys can see these nuts. I'm hoping it'll pick it up. They are like candy. It's not picking it up very good, but you can kind of see. These are so good. It's so hard to just not sit and eat them all. It's so hard not to. But this is an amazing topping for a salad if you have not done that yet. Something else I had thought about topping the salad with was carrots and stuff like that that we're about to have for lunch, but I did not do that. And I'll tell you why I'm not doing that. And the apple, I thought about some apple and cranberry and that and the chicken, that'd be so good. But I'm gonna save the apples and the carrots and just kind of stretch out the fruits and veg as much as I can. I did use up some that needed to be used, like you guys saw in smoothies this morning, but it's time to just really kind of stretch it out a little bit so I can squeeze in a little bit of fresh produce, hopefully at least for the remainder of the week. Squeeze a little bit in as we are doing the cooked as well. All right, so here is lunch today. I set out the feta, the nuts that I made, the salad mix. This is the leftovers that we still have of the Mississippi pork and some rice. There's chicken, then a variety of salad dressings. There's honey mustard, creamy French, balsamic vinegar, and then this cranberry pear balsamic vinegar. I did have a few croutons left in here, so somebody will use those up. And then we have some sweet tea that we just made earlier. So that's lunch. All right, it is time to get dinner started tonight. And I'm pretty much just pulling from my freezers and pantries. So I'm gonna cut the rest of these chicken breasts up into chicken tenders. And then, I don't have any potatoes, but I do have a bunch of bags of cauliflower. So I'm gonna make a mashed cauliflower. And then I wanna use up some of this coconut flour and almond flour. So I use that to bread them with. And then I had 2 boxes of just like some mac and cheese down there, and that'll be the end of that kind of stuff here at the house. So I'm gonna go on and make those 2 boxes as well of mac and cheese. So I'm not gonna have a green vegetable tonight, but I will have the cauliflower, so I'm okay with that. All right, so there are a couple new recipes that I'm trying, and that's for these chicken tenders. I love coconut, and so do some of my children. So I'm gonna do some coconut chicken tenders. I'm gonna put those actually in the oven, so I'm preheating my oven to 400 degrees. But then there was a recipe for these other chicken tenders, and they do not have coconut in them, but it says to do them in the air fryer. So I just wanted to make both versions and see which ones we like the best. So I'm gonna start with the coconut ones that are going into the oven, and then I'll make the air fryer ones next. Okay, so in this thing of chicken, I've got still, it looks like 5 chicken breasts. So I'm gonna cut up 2 for the coconut, and I'll leave the other 3 to not be the coconut type. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna start with some egg, and I'm gonna end up beating this egg. So I'm just gonna beat this egg mixture, and this is actually gonna go in my middle compartment. I'm gonna add some coconut flour to this first bin. And then I'm going to add some unsweetened shredded coconut over here. To that, I'm going to add some smoked paprika. You know, smoked paprika is so good. It's my last bottle of smoked paprika, so I'm going to have to get more. And I'm going to add some garlic powder in here with the coconut. And I'm going to add some salt and some pepper as well. And I'm just going to mix this up and try and kind of crumble this up a little bit while I'm mixing it up. Okay, so then I'm just going to take one of my chicken tenders. I'm going to dip it in this flour, coconut flour, then into the egg mixture. Well, just the egg. And then into the coconut. And I'm just going to set that on my baking tray. I am sure that you could use regular flour with this and do like breadcrumbs if you don't want to do the coconut. Some of this spray here, this coconut and avocado blend spray. I'm just going to spray the top of these, get more of that fried chicken tender feel. And then these bake at 400 degrees. I'm coming to the end of everything, aren't I? These bake at 400 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm going to pop those in the oven. Alright, so here we go with this one. This one says to preheat your air fryer to 400 degrees. So I just have it going with the baskets in at 400 right now. Then we're going to take 2 eggs. And we're going to beat them just like we did before. However, the breading, it calls for some mustard powder in the breading. And I do not have any mustard powder. So I'm just going to add a little bit of yellow mustard right here into the egg mixture. Hopefully that'll turn out. We'll see. So when you see the recipe, it will say mustard powder in with the almond flour. Again, you could substitute this out for, I'm sure, regular flour. Dip it in panko breadcrumbs if you want. Or breadcrumbs. Next, I'm going to put in some almond flour. And to the almond flour, I'm going to add some garlic powder. Pepper, salt, calls for a little bit of baking powder, like 1/4 teaspoon. I've never seen that before, but I'm gonna follow it. Smoked paprika, or just paprika. Some oregano. And some onion powder. I'm just gonna mix that all up real good. Now this one I left the chicken in bigger chunks for this one. So we'll just see which way we like it better. So I'm just gonna take the chicken, and I did slice up 3 chicken breasts this time. Put it in there. Put it in here, and that's it. There's no other dip. It just goes like that. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll put them in an air fryer basket and spray them with a little bit of oil. And then it says that they air fry for about 12 minutes, and that you should flip them halfway through and spray oil on the other side. So that's what we're gonna try and do. Dinner tonight. I have the chicken tenders. The coconut ones are back here and the other ones are up here. We still have some tea left over from lunch. And then I don't know about you guys, we are a large family and we always get these sauces. Like they just load up our bags if ever we do go out to eat, which is very rare, and that's how old these sauces are. So I just laid all these out so that we can use them and get rid of them. And then the box mac and cheese. And dessert tonight is we never did eat our date bites yet. And they're just dates stuffed with peanuts and peanut butter and drizzled with melted chocolate on top. They are so good. And I honestly kind of just forgot about them. So there you have it. That is dinner tonight. Let me see if I can get a taste tester. Okay, so Charles is going to be the taste tester. Let's do the little one first, the little chicken eye. He's not big on coconut, so he probably won't enjoy that one that much. And he likes barbecue sauce. So it's coconut breaded chicken? Yeah. Just do it. You can do it. You can suffer through it. So I can already tell you he's gonna like the other one better. Mm-hmm. You don't think it's bad? Mm-mm. It's coconut.
You can't really taste the coconut in it.
You gonna try the white stuff next, or?
This down so I can cut it. I'll knock it right out of my hand.
All right, and there's...
So you're going to tell me what the white stuff is?
No. Why are you dipping your stuff in it, though?
Oh, I don't know, because I thought it was a dip.
No. But you can dip your stuff in it. What do you think of the white stuff?
Kind of reminds me of a mashed potato, but really thin.
It's creamed cauliflower, which I didn't tell you before you tried it because you don't like any vegetables. So, but see, you said like a mashed potato, so take another bite on camera so everybody can see that you ate some of your vegetables.
Oh, you didn't record the last time?
Oh, I did. So you should do another bite. You're gonna eat them?
Yeah, I mean.
Good job. All right, so what's your take on the chicken nuggets? Chicken tenders?
Oh, I think they're good.
They're good?
Yeah. I should have been down to taste test a little bit earlier because the one I ate was a little cool. First, the smallest one.
Oh, that's because those came out first, yeah. There, and barbecue sauce.
But I could definitely eat this over and over and over.
Good deal. There you have it, folks. Even my super picky husband, without telling him it was cauliflower, ate it. And said it was like a mashed potato. So
very light and airy.
Definitely not healthy as far as low fat or anything, but it is a vegetable, so it counts for something, right?
Take the win.
All right, so we will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give a big thumbs up, and we'll see you tomorrow for another full day of what we're eating, full day meals. Bye, everybody. Have a great day or night, wherever you are.